Today on the Daily Wrap, Independence Day is this Saturday, but do Americans know why we celebrate? The answer may surprise you. As Bernie Sanders continues to rise in the polls, another candidate enters the Democratic race for the White House. And now that same-sex marriage is legal in all 50 states, are American conservatives following suit? We'll tell you about all that, plus we have a very special panelist today. Stick around to find out whom. This is the Daily Wrap, live from New York City. And welcome to the Daily Wrap.
We thought visual.
Absolutely, wasn't it?
Where the heck was the music behind it, you know?
We're actually going to have our special panelists maybe perform live.
Actually, we should have had them sing it as they were doing
As it was going on, yeah. Okay.
What happened there?
Well, we'll see. Anyway, Unger, you're looking well tonight. I like the purple tie. Big plans for the weekend?
Yeah, rest. Lots of rest. First time since I can remember I've had 3 whole days off.
3 whole days off in a row for you.
It's going to be wonderful.
Okay.
Hang in with the grandkids.
Outstanding. Good stuff. Anyway, we have a very special guest tonight, as promised. That is the singer of a hit song, Lee Greenwood. We meant to play it for you, but Mr. Greenwood, can you do a quick verse for us?
Come on, do a verse now.
Just like my song. I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you. And then the cymbal crash. And defend her still today, because there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA.
Oh, that's tremendous. Well done.
Now I'm glad that it malfunctioned. That was
cooler
than hearing the record.
Absolutely. Good stuff. And he's the editor of the WisdomDaily.com, and you're not. Brad Hirschfield joins us. Good to see you.
Good to be back.
Don't sing for us. Okay?
I won't.
All right, thank you.
You don't want that.
So welcome, everyone. Well, anyway, as you could hear, he is proud to be an American. We're proud to have him in our Newsmax studios this evening as we head into Independence Day weekend. And Mr. Greenwood has a new book out that's #1 in Amazon's children's books right now. That's cool stuff and quite lucrative, I would imagine. Proud to be an American. There you see it. Definitely go on Amazon. Go to your local bookstore if they're still available. Apparently selling quite well, so congratulations to you, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you. I'm excited about it.
Good stuff. We'll talk about it in a moment.
We were actually planning the animated version last night. Perfect book for an animated TV special.
Yeah, we were planning that. We were over a drink.
He's Mr. Hollywood.
Over a lot of drinks.
When he gets overserved, trust me, that's the time to negotiate.
Yeah, whatever you want. Yeah.
So Lee, tell us about your book and why you decided to write it.
Well, I'm excited about this only because I think when we were young parents, Kim and I have been married 23 years, and our boys are now 20 and 17. Dalton's at Washington Lee University, and he was valedictorian of his high school, so well educated. But we started when they were a year old, and I opened my own theater in East Tennessee, a 2,000-seat place. And it was a ritual every night. You give them a bath. You know, hold a child on your lap, and you smell their hair because you had them in the shampoo. You're like, you know, it's really good, and you feel a heartbeat, and then you put a book in front of them. And I'm not talking digital, because digital you can't do it. It has to be a hardback book, and you give them lessons about life, you know, animals and numbers and insects and geography. But I can't remember ever teaching them about patriotism. Now, occasionally you see a flag on something. So we decided to release the lyrics of my song with a childlike pictorial and give them lessons of patriotism from the very beginning when they're first very young.
That's outstanding.
It has been very well taken. We did the BEA show in New York. We did the CBA show in Orlando. And I'd say 80% of the people who come up to my booth, I would sign a book for them, give it to them, were teachers. And they said, we want this in our library to teach our kindergarten students.
Wow. That must be the highest compliment, when you, not to be #1 at the top of the charts, but that teachers and parents are actually embracing this book.
Yeah, it's a really great compliment.
So how do you run into a bar with Rick Unger? I mean, how do we go from there to there exactly?
It was convenient.
Yeah.
Well, I was with David Webb, so
that's right.
Oh, okay, Mr.
This
Webb.
is all thanks to the idea was hatched by our good friend David Webb, who said, "Hey, Lee, you should go on Rick's show tomorrow night." And
absolutely,
here he is.
All right, very good. I think this is the first time somebody's worn or actually had the kind of fashion that you have. In other words, not to be in a boring suit like we are.
Yeah,
so
that's not boring. I liked it.
If the boss is watching, I'd look great in that, man. Come on, let me wear that.
I wish I would look great in it.
Good stuff. Well, as Americans get ready to watch fireworks, go to backyard barbecues, I'm hosting one on Sunday. Do they know why we celebrate Independence Day? Author and activist Mark Dice tried to find out.
The Declaration of Independence was signed by who?
I don't know.
Sorry.
Not?
What year was that Declaration of
Was it
Independence?
1964? 84?
1984.
84? I don't know.
No. We're in trouble.
1864?
1860.
I don't know.
This country, no wonder this country's in trouble. Okay. What country did we declare our independence from?
Help me, baby.
Nope, just you. You're on your own.
I don't have no idea.
You're going to be celebrating, though,
Yes.
but you don't know what you're celebrating.
You're right.
Okay. That's tonight's homework assignment.
Okay. Thank you.
Back in the late 1700s, when Jesse Ventura and John Wilkes Booth and the other founding fathers signed the Declaration of Independence, what year was that exactly?
Sometime in the 1700s, I'm not sure.
How many stars on this flag?
50 something?
What are we celebrating on the 4th of July exactly?
Independence Day?
Specifically,
I don't know. I'm so bad at this. Say
You don't know?
Independence Day. Say when we won our independence.
from
Those countries. You have this on camera too?
name one of the founding fathers of America.
I know what I do this.
You don't know? Getting people's thoughts on what country we broke away from when we declared independence back in 1776.
Didn't know.
America celebrates the 4th of July.
Is it Independence Day when you got rid of Mother England, right?
Yes. we got foreigners that know why we.
Well,
the foreigners know why we celebrate it more than Americans.
We are so doomed. I mean, we really are. The one guy had a shirt on that said Narcotics Anonymous.
So maybe he had an excuse?
Yeah, that's pretty much the only one. But Lee, when you see video like that, is it amazing that probably the 6- and 7-year-olds that are reading your book probably know more than the adults that we just saw in
I
the
would
video?
say most people are not smarter than a 5th grader. It's really interesting that you ask those kind of questions and they don't know the very simple basics of history and the beginning of our country. It just astounds me.
The answer is England, by the way, right? I think I got that right?
Very
Yep.
good.
Got that right.
Very good.
Yes. Okay.
It's, you know, you never know when you watch these whether to laugh or be genuinely upset.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny, but you know what? It's not funny.
No, and
It's
Mark
not
isn't the only one who
funny.
does that. We see it on plenty of Abandoned Streets. You've done them
Yeah,
as well.
I've done them. It's disturbing.
And it's not selective editing, is it, Rick?
No.
A lot of it is you don't have to go very far to find folks.
I know in the pieces that I do, I'm usually looking to find people who get it right, so I can include some of them, so it doesn't look like we rigged it. And it's just
Yeah, look,
stunning.
what we don't know is a lot. That I think is a little bit over the top, but I think what you're doing is actually the solution. Bemoaning it won't help.
Yeah.
What I love about your book, and as we've known for a long time, parents are the best teachers kids have.
Well, absolutely.
Our kids
Absolutely.
know what we're really all about.
Good.
We don't always like it, but they know.
Up to the 6th grade.
Right.
Right.
And if kids actually hear a book like that read to them by their mom, by their dad, they know what patriotism's all about. So.
Well, speaking of patriotism or lack thereof, a new poll finds 35% of Americans say they're open to leaving the USA, and 14% said they would consider that move in about 5 years or less. A total of 65% of Americans say that given the right reasons, they would consider a move. And what are the right reasons? 36% cite better quality of life, okay. 33% cited a lower cost of living, and 31% cited the appeal of new experiences. Are polls like this something for 2016 candidates to worry about when they make their pitch to voters?
I think it's not a problem in the least. As you know, I spent 7 years outside of the country. It was a great experience. Happy to come back. But, you know, it's as we said last night, there were times in our history where people emigrated from south to north, east to west. It's okay. It's okay. They're not going to like it any better, but it's okay.
Or anywhere
Rick,
else.
That's the last word on that. I'd go to Australia, but probably stay here. Anyway, back with more in a moment.
Thank my lucky stars to be living here today, 'cause the flag still stands for freedom and they can't take that away. And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free, and I won't